Okay, let me see here. I am nervous. Uh, it's I guess it's been a while for us both, you know, because of the situation and what has happened. We haven't been really doing concerts or singing, or you know, we always just do praise music. I'm always behind the piano, but it's great. It's great that we're doing this today, especially because it's Mother's Day, Mother's Weekend, and so we're very honored and elated that we can do this on this special occasion. Um, I know you've gotten email about what this mini concert is going to be about. Of course, it's going to be about moms. I'm in my little corner over there and I'm already crying when the video was playing. It's hard enough that my mom isn't here. She lives in the Philippines, and so sometimes I would, you know, only see her when she comes over to visit. Um, and then, you know, when COVID hit, we just um, couldn't go home. We're not even allowed to go home, especially now that the numbers had risen up in the Philippines. And so, and recently, I didn't really announce this or has told anybody, or at least Pastor John knew about it. But my mom had COVID uh, about maybe a couple of months ago, and it was just really terrible, the fact that we don't really even see her. We only, you know, talk to her every now and then when there is a connection with the internet in the Philippines, and it's just really tough. um, and when she was in the hospital, the doctor said, you know, maybe if we were late a couple of days, we would have probably lost her. And so just the thought of, we already lost her dad, right? I don't think we can, you know, lose, not yet, not yet. And so we weren't prepared for that. And so we made sure that we tried to do everything we can, um, so then we can have more time with her. And then I think a couple weeks later, my grandma, who's 94, I believe, or 95, also went to the hospital because of the COVID. Um, the situation was very tough for us. My brother, I have a brother in the Philippines, and he's not even allowed to see my mom because of the situation, and that's really not allowed in the hospitals. The hospitals in the Philippines are all full, that my grandma had to wait a week before she got admitted to the hospital. Terrible, terrible. Um, but it reminds me, my mom, throughout all this, you know, everything that's happened, every time we had the chance to talk to her, she was so positive about everything. She was so hopeful. She was so calm. She was still very submissive to what God's plan is for her. And so my prayer all the time was, I want to be like her. And I always say, when I grow up, I'm a grown up. But I always say, when I grow up, when I get older, when I get there, I want to be just like her. Her faith in God is so strong that nothing can ever separate her, that nothing can ever lessen her love for Christ and the hope of salvation. So I want to share this not just with my mom, and I hope, I know we're recording this and I really want her to see this. It's 2 a.m. in the Philippines. She won't be able to see this live or anything like that, but I want to dedicate this to her, few songs. Um, I also want to, of course, dedicate this to all the moms that are out here, all the aunts, all the women that are out here. You all have a special place in our hearts. And because of your guidance, because of how you've you had us grow, of how you led the way, thank you from the bottom of our hearts, from all the daughters, from all the nieces, from everybody. Thank you for mentoring us, for loving us, and for always being the light of our homes. Go ahead, John.
This is kind of Hawaiian, but I want Sharon to have the love of her mother with her in spirit. So this is.
Thank you.
And I even made one for Rodrigo. He said his mother is in Brazil, so his mother will be with him in spirit too.
Thank you. Just like my mom, I grew up doing mission trips. She used to sing for tent meetings. And every time we go to a church and people would ask her to sing, this is the first song, or maybe one of the few songs that she would always render. And I hope that you're going to be blessed with all these songs in this Sabbath day. I would love to tell you what I think of Jesus, since I found in him a friend so strong and true. I would tell you how he changed my life completely. He did something that no other friend could do. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he. No one else could take the sin and darkness from me. Oh, how much he cares for me. Oh, my life was full of sin when Jesus found me. Oh, my heart was full of misery and war. Jesus placed his strong and loving arms around me, and he led me in the way I ought to go. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he. No one else could take the sin and darkness from me. Oh, how much he cared for me. Every day he comes to me with new assurance. More and more I understand his words of love. But I'll never know just why he came to save me till I see that blessed face above. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he.